White people are racist.
You can.
I think I can sit down and talk to a white person about race comfortably.
Yeah.
But when it comes from someone who should have that
Let me
kind
ask
of
you this: are blacks suffering
mentality,
because of racism or the lack of moral character?
and you have a thing with asking questions. These two questions giving people two options
But I have the right
that
to.
are both extreme.
Hold on. No, I don't want to stop. If you guys could
Yeah.
just have the discussion after so we can get to more.
All right, I understand. All right,
Okay.
sorry.
Thank you.
Let me take the young lady in the blue first, and she has a statement. Yes.
Switching gears for a second, you had mentioned a lot of things about abortion and
Yes.
and practice, a lot of parents. In your opinion, I guess, what is the one thing that can happen to prevent that situation you
That's a good question. First, I want to also, according to all the stats, 70% of the Planned Parenthood abortion mills are found within the black community, inner cities across the country, because the government, we pay for those abortions. The government uses our money to pay for them. The solution to it is that black men and women need to get married so that the man can be there to protect his wife and children. If the father was there, if they had that family unit, it would not be happening. And secondly, black Americans need to turn away from the so-called black leaders and start thinking for themselves, become independent thinkers. And then they can see how they're being manipulated and used for their own personal gains. It is abnormal for a group of people to have other people thinking for them. They'll kill you for their black leaders because they don't understand what they're doing. So we can get them to get married, turn away from their so-called leaders, and then shut these abortion mills down in the black communities, stop funding them, things will start to get better. That's the only solution to it. With that family structure being broken in the manner that it is, it's not going to get any better. Because the woman is on her own, and she can't handle it on her own. She needs a man there too. Yes, sir. In the middle. Oh, okay, yeah, I'll take you. Go ahead.
Yes. You claim that all these issues aren't about black, aren't about white, yet you talk about all these people with problems, no fathers. What about the millions of families with no fathers who aren't black? And maybe they're in the inner city or maybe they're in the poor community.
Same thing. The same thing. And see, my concern is by allowing Barack Obama to come in and start taking care of these people, the white community and other communities are going to become like the black communities around the country. I mean, look at Detroit. Detroit, I'm afraid to go into Detroit at night, and I'm a black man, because there's no standard there, no orders. And so if Barack Obama continued to just, invade our lives with the government, we're going to have America looking like the inner cities. He's going to take care of those families that don't have men there, and the more he take care of them, the more control he will have on them, and then the value will start to fade away, crime will go up, unemployment will go up, lack of education will go up, the same way it happened in the black community over the last 50 years.
Why don't you differentiate between poor and black?
I'm sorry?
Why don't you differentiate between, because it seems like what you're saying, people in disenfranchised communities are the victims or
they're not
perpetrators or whatever.
Yeah, I want you to see that we already have a physical example of what can happen to this country if we allow Barack. A lot of people don't know what socialism looks like. And most black people have a socialist mentality because the government has taken over the last 50 years. So if I can show them what it looked like, maybe then they will get up the courage to prevent our country from becoming that way. And it stands out in the black communities. That make sense? Yes, sir.
You said several times, you mentioned Barack Obama taking office, making broad, sweeping movements affecting everyday life. With the exception of the funding of overseas abortion, which I personally don't see you having any stake in any corporation or any organization that try to fund that. What other broad changes have been policies directly in?
He's spending money that we don't have, while at the same time he's coming to us and saying, "Oh, we're in trouble. It's going to get worse." But yeah, these so-called stimulus packages that he's getting passed out of control. He said that we're in trouble, but yet he's spending money that we don't have. He's telling the banks what to do now because they've allowed the government to just come in. There were banks who wanted to give the money back. He said no to that because he loved that type of control. And our lives are at risk now. because he's gone overseas and said to our enemies, you know what, I'm not President Bush, I'm not a real man, so don't worry. You can come in and be nice to us, and we'll be nice back. So he put all of our lives at risk. Even that alone should cause us to stand up to this guy. He's a coward.
And in terms of spending all this money, didn't President Bush,
He did. I was so disappointed with President Bush about that, and I voted for him twice. That was a big mistake. And that's one of the reasons the Republican Party is suffering today. But that's going to change. In the black shirt. And then I'm sorry, let me come to this young lady first. Yes.
I totally agree with you about the values of our Constitution, especially those like free speech. So I want to thank you for sharing your views today. The only thing that I do have a problem with is disinformation, and you asked for what you shared that is disinformation.
Yes.
And I would have to point to that the platform of the Liberal Party is for abortion on demand. If I am not mistaken, Clinton said that he would like abortions to be safe, legal, and rare. How do you reconcile that?
Yet they supported partial birth abortion, meaning that if the woman decides to have a baby at the 9th month, and they can bring the baby out except for the head part, and they take an instrument and punch a hole in the baby's head, kill it before bringing it out of the womb, and destroy it. So he said one thing, but did another.
But 88% of abortions take place within the first trimester.
I don't know if that's true or not, but abortion at any point is bad, unless the woman's life is at risk. Do you support partial birth abortion?
No, sir?
Yeah, but the Democrats do. The man in the black shirt.
You said a lot of things that can't really be interchanged like that. Like Barack Obama was an evil man, the Democratic Party was an evil party, that all the problems of African Americans.
What I said is that our battle.
All the problems of African Americans are caused by moral poverty, not by what you call racism, but actually refer to as financial poverty, social inequality. And so,
Not true.
That's your opinion.
No, it's a fact. That is not true.
But what I'd like to say is, and I think that you are a provocateur, and you don't mean the things that you say, and you say the things that you say in order to get national media attention to promote whatever it is you need to promote your foundation, whatnot.
So,
I think that is a great disservice to the American discourse.
so you're saying that within the black community nationwide, according to the Census Bureau, 70% of black babies are born out of wedlock nationwide. You're saying that's not true?
I didn't actually cite that thing you said. I actually cited the opinion that you gave.
Yeah. Crime out of control. Crime out of control. Is that a moral issue or something else going on, like a finance?
I'm sorry.
I said crime is out of control within the inner
You
cities.
mentioned Detroit, and the crime rates there directly correlate with the job loss and the suffering economy. Yes, they do.
No,
You can take your word you want, but it's true.
not true. Absolutely not true.
Crime before 09.
That's right.
No,
Is that what you're saying?
crime has gone up, but the
That's
job
what
loss
you
in
said.
Detroit actually there was that started
Yes.
in 2012.
I know. So,
And actually, there was, but crime goes up as poverty goes up as well. As job loss goes
All
up,
I'm saying
crime goes up.
is there's higher crime rates.
There's no
Let me just say this.
for moral
Yeah.
poverty that I know of, but if you could measure that, I'm sure that we would think that there is no.
So let me ask you this. Are you saying, are you telling me that something is wrong with black people that if they lose a job, they start killing each other?
No, I'm saying that regardless of what race.
Are you saying that about black people?
That when people don't have.
No, are you saying that about black? What's wrong with
I
them?
actually have said no several times, so let me finish.
Well, what is wrong with black people that they kill
When they don't
themselves?
have work, they resort to crime. They resort to theft. It's not a problem with black people, it's a problem with all.
That's going on in the white community too?
Absolutely. Are you
Oh, yeah.
telling me that white people don't commit crime?
No, are they committing it in the manner that blacks are doing when they lose a job, or do they commit suicide on themselves or something?
When people decide to have threats, when employment goes down, when the economy suffers, crime goes up.
Let me ask you
There
this.
is no metric for moral poverty.
What is wrong with, let me ask you this, what is wrong with black people that they kill themselves, kill each other when they lose a job?
So I didn't say that when somebody loses a job, they go and kill themselves.
You said that's what causes it.
People are desperate. If they do genuine things,
Oh,
it
yeah.
doesn't matter what their race.
Have you ever done that?